Sejong Station. Down at the bottom right side of the map in the red we have Major. Of course, without the tag, but he is representing Root if I'm not mistaken. Unless he left that team again. I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I sometimes really do hate it when like players don't have their tags, because then I begin second questioning myself. I'm like, is he or is he not? He should be though. Over at the top left side of the map in the blue, representing Complexity, it is the Terran player Tyga. Tyga, yo. Once again, both players are going to be opening up gas first. So, looking to take advantage of the long map distance. And if game one was a little bit of an indicator to their playstyle, then I would really expect the same thing to come out of both of them. Because even though Banshees are great, you know, things like tanks are great, you would rather have the medevac, you would rather have the Hellions, you would rather have the Marine drop play. And at that point, it becomes again one reactionary to what your opponent's doing. It'd almost be funny to actually watch somebody just sit back and play defensively with that type of play style. I think it would be very situational, and you'd have to. It would work technically, but if your opponent was actually playing a little bit more macro and you just sat back passively, then you'd be SOL'd. A little echoey, but not bad. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's not too bad. Yeah, no, it's one of those things I realized, I'm like, it's a little bit more acoustic-y here. Didn't really have that much of a problem with it. At the same time, what I could do is just order, I need to eventually order one of those better microphones. I don't know if you guys are experts on microphones in my chat, but, you know, looking at one of them, maybe the Yeti, Snowballs, etc. Really need to get one of those stand-up mics rather than the one on my headset. Like usually, I'm like audio quality is always going to be good. I feel like on these, but in terms of microphone quality, I've never had actually a premier microphone. I've always utilized either, you know, the Steel series, or I've had right now the Sennheiser. Oh, I actually once, because my Steel series went down, I actually had to use a backup from backup a headset one day. Oh my goodness, that was so terrible. From the old school days, it was a Turtle Beach. Oh, those were awful. The audio quality to the microphone quality, oh my god. Never buy those, by the way. I'll vouch for Steel series, man. That's good quality. Sennheiser, good quality. Turtle Beach, man, don't buy anything from them. They're awful. There's your well, yeah. And I feel like Hong Kong Esports is officially not going to get sponsored by Turtle Beach. I don't think I don't think that was the plan, anyways. Shout outs to Ben Q, by the way. Speaking of a good product, Ben Q, man, all about that life. Hey, man, if you're looking to play StarCraft and looking for clarity, no better place to look than Ben Q. I actually had a couple of Ben Q monitors in the past. Really nice. Alright, now this time around, both players changing it up just a tiny bit. Looks like Major went for more of a Reaper Scout with some Hellion help as well. Doing a really nice job of kind of poking in and out, able to, there we go, snipe a Marine. Just really trying to get as much damage as he possibly can get done before his opponent can maybe think about moving out. Tyga's going for the Banshee, especially as well with the Cloak. He's got a Widow Mine in position and ready out. Now on the other side of the map, Major's going for a little bit more of a defensive position. He's getting the Raven out. He's got the Reactor finishing up. Is he going to flip it over for the Barracks? No, he's actually... Whoa. It's like that card shuffle table. Factory goes from the... I was about to sound like again. So Barracks goes onto the Reactor, Factory lifts from the Reactor onto the Tech Lab, Starport after the Raven comes out, lands up on its own. Of course, as you guys saw, there is that second command center coming out as well. And Major producing tanks, Marines, and looking to be in a little bit more of a defensive position, especially with the Viking. And man, that Viking is going to come out just in time. The Marines and the Raven should be good enough to push off, but with the help of the Viking, he actually can kill off this Viking, this Banshee. And perfect right there. That's exactly what Major needed. This actually gives him, I feel like, a pretty good boost. His command center is about done now. The only difference right now is the fact that Major's command center is going to be done a little bit sooner, but he does have to float it all the way down to the natural, so it will take a little bit of time. But he does have a chance to finish, start his orbital upgrade a little bit sooner, so it does allow for him to capture and gather energy a little bit more sooner than his opponent. That, and as well, he should have some more units comparatively out to his opponent. Because you look at it, you look on Tyga's side, don't forget those Marines, some of those are barely alive, and they're fortunate to be barely alive. Could have been a lot worse. Major already picked off a good chunk of the Marines, and little things like that do matter. Like people don't notice it, but you know, loss of HP on the Marines. If the medevac comes out, it's going to force some early heals and force the medevac to utilize its energy a lot sooner. Generally, the Marine count was lowered, so Major with a higher Marine count, you know, could find maybe a little bit of an advantage with that. Now there is no Banshee that I'm aware of, so Major pushing out, I wouldn't exactly say, well, it could work. He's got low ground, and it looks like he's going to try to low ground it from right here at the natural area outside of the rocks. Meanwhile, the drop in the main coming at him. Main base actually getting shredded right now. A little bit of a late reaction coming out from Tyga, even though you should be able to clear it out. The losses are already pretty significant, 32 to 22 in the worker count. Able to somehow miraculously, by some miracle, able to get out of there. Now, dropping out all the Marines, is he going to have enough time? Yes, he will, to be able to at least drop out all the Marines, so that's good for him. But like we were talking about, utilizing the tanks and the utilizing the tanks from the low ground into the high ground. I wish they were up a little bit closer. Cute to the little attempt by Major, going to attempted to drop the turrets on top and saw if he could maybe snipe that tank if he only could have. Now loses one Viking along the way. He does have more range and vision, I think, enough vision to take out the tank, and now he's going to be able to re-siege up once again. And if he re-sieges up once again, that one Marine's just like, well, it's good knowing you, bros. I'll take the grenade for the team. Yeah, he re-sieges up here at the natural. It's going to be hard to find mining except to the right side, and problem's going to be there as well. He's going to have to react. He's going to have to lift up, which he can't technically lift up because there's Vikings right here. Or he's going to have to start repairing, which is going to be a drain of resources on him. Meanwhile, some units on the outskirts do get caught. Raven is out, but man, right now just not only down in workers, but having to force to repair. So not only is he not gathering minerals with these SCVs, he's actually utilizing those minerals to repair. So that's a double negative, man. Only in StarCraft you could have a double negative, and it comes off a little bit right. It does hurt one player more than the other, but it does come off a little bit right. Now, like we said, that liftoff can't really technically happen because Vikings are in position, so he, at least for the time being, prevents Tyga from really mining efficiently. A lot of workers off the line. There is a counterattack coming, but already the high ground has a couple tanks in position. He's going to stem up, and of course he doesn't know about that second tank up, and Tyga just types out GG. He knows he's very far behind at this point, and we're going to be heading to game number 3.